Within the fellowship of the society, 5 orders of great merit have been created to recognize excellence in arms and chivalry, in arts and sciences, in service to the realm, and in the art of defense, and in prowess with ranged weapons. A companion of each of these orders is one whose skill is not hoarded but shared, whose teaching seeks to remove barriers, whose service strengthens community, and whose conduct models fairness, courtesy, and grace. The Order of Chivalry honors those whose martial excellence is guided by honor and responsibility. The Order of the Pelican honors those whose sustained service ensures that all may participate and belong. The Order of Defense honors those who wield steel and discipline and respect. The Order of the Mark honors those whose skill with ranged weapons is matched by integrity and restraint. In the 2nd year of the society, there was called into being the 2nd Great Order of Peerage, the ancient and honorable Order of the Laurel, to recognize artisans and craftsmen who devote untold hours to works of lasting beauty and purpose, and who labor so that knowledge, skill, and opportunity may be made more equal throughout the realm. It is the privilege of the Crown to elevate into companionship in this order such persons as it sees fit. The Crown now calls before them the companions of the ancient and honorable Order of the Laurel here present.
Before we continue, I would like to let our populace know that the maker of this spectacular clothing that we are wearing today is, in fact, our newest victim.
Huzzah! The Crown now calls the Honorable Lady Leonor Cuerva de Segovia y Avila to come before this court and company.
Once upon a coronation came together Outlands nation, gathering in celebration of crowns to come and those before, when at length a lady entered, known for sartorial splendor, made to honor roi and reine, came the seamstress named Leonor. Seamstress she, and yet much more. Knowledge seeker, ever seeking, in musty storerooms archives keeping, sharing research and revealing secrets found in tomes by score of ancient and forgotten lore. In fine gown, her own creation, passed before the population, honoring the proclamation Crown had made 4 months before, came the seamstress named Leonor, came unto the crowns before. And this seamstress, wise and knowing, still is sewing, with the work her deeds are showing. Shall her brow be unadorned? Quoth the laurels, nevermore!
have you undertaken to accept companionship in the ancient and honorable Order of the Laurel that was offered to you at Albron Champions. This pleases us greatly.
Bring forth the medallion. Let this medallion pass from hand to hand among the members of the order gathered here to symbolize the bond that you shall have with each of us. Before we have others speak of Lenore, there are some things that I would say, because I can't. I met this amazing woman when she moved to the Outlands a few years ago. She was still recovering from some trauma, but she came out, introduced herself, became a part of this barony, had a similar traveling history to myself and my husband, never resting for very long in any one spot. Yet everywhere she rested, new clothing sprang forth, people learned, and she helped bring beauty into so many different worlds. We started talking, we started welcoming her into our local barony, and she immediately made an impact. We had a local Southern A&S event, and as Maestra Genoveva had been offered for the Order of Defense and wanted a German ceremony, this amazing lady stood all day at that event and patterned anyone who wanted to make a German gown for that elevation. When you see photos of that elevation, or if you were present, almost every gown there was either made by this woman or was patterned by this woman, who then spent countless hours helping new tailors learn how to make complicated, beautiful clothing so that they could celebrate their friend. And in that, she became all of our friends. And she made such a mark on this barony because I saw so many people feeling beautiful. Some of them for the first time in real clothing. And that is what and who we are.
Huzzah.
Gathered representatives, as members of the peerage, do you now affirm that Leonor has grown in wisdom, generosity, and equitable conduct, seeking not only excellence of craft, but fairness of access and justice of judgment, the true hallmarks of a faithful peer?
Assembled peers, we would now hear your words and have you share them with our populace.
Sir Jose Taberna de Torquemada and Sir Bjorn Hawkson, representatives of the Order of Chivalry.
This lovely woman, anyone who meets her will immediately be struck by her comportment and humility of spirit after you shrug off the garb shop. She's always patient and helpful and willing to share her knowledge, which she's accrued in garbing entire courts throughout the known world. and she shares of that freely. This woman is my peer.
Actually, stretch. I had to write this down. For many reasons.
Jose wrote for you, that's okay.
And I spell checked it. If anyone's seen a text from me, you know.
Oh, God.
Today I speak on the Order of Chivalry for the candidate Leonor, who is before us, and before you is the Order of the Lord. I come here not to list her accomplishments, but to speak of the virtue I've seen in her life every day. Fortitude. Fortitude is often something reserved for the battlefield. The strength to stand firm in the face of hardship, opposition, ridicule. But fortitude is also not only found there, but also found in other moments of conflict. It's a daily virtue, practiced quietly, consistency, and without expectation of reward. Leonor practices fortitude every day. From the moment I met her, both within the society and beyond it, she has been someone whose word carries weight, and she's done what she says she's going to do, even when it costs her time, her energy, and her comfort. She gives of her knowledge just as freely as her friendship. I've seen her support the Order of Chivalry through the clothing she's made for fighting and the clothing she's made for others. The work she's created with care, with purpose, and with understanding that it will be relied upon and worn. And through that example she sets, she shows us even those who do not stand behind us and with us on the battlefield embody fortitude in its truest form. Caring for others, shielding the weak, bearing the hardships that the other need not bear. That's the kind of courage that does not shout, but it endures. And so Leonor stands and sits before us today. I can say without hesitation, without reservation, that she's truly worthy in the ways that matter most. It is my honor to fully endorse this candidate to the Order of the Laurel on the behalf of the Order of Chivalry. Jose the Barony of Caer Galen.
Well spoken.
Master Doma de Alces and Duchess Yasmin Al-Hadaya, representatives of the Order of the Laurel.
Your Majesties, my friends, Leonor is known. She is known by her skillful works, which shine beyond the many lands in which she has lived. She is known for her discerning medieval eye, seeing beyond the surface of our forebears' works to create visions of detailed depth and beauty. Leonor joyfully joins the endeavors of others, elevating those projects and uplifting them far beyond the initial vision of a humble fire seneschal into glories. She shares her knowledge in 1,000 ways, both obvious and subtle. Ready or not, you will learn things. Anyone who stands still long enough will find themselves a recipient of your friendship, of your art, of your generosity. Your Majesties, this woman is a paragon, and she is my hero.
Well spoken.
Your Majesties, I met the lady before you almost half a lifetime ago. And though she may not remember our first meeting, I remember it vividly. She was an amazing inspiration in the room, not only for her garb, her art, but her personality and the feelings that she brought about those. She makes amazing clothing. Not costumes, but clothing. Clothing that's been separate out of a painting or back end. It is inspiring to not just see her clothes, but her joy, or her attitude through much hardship. I could go on and on about her art, but I think more important is her strength. She has endured much in the SCA and out, and has endured and always has a smile on her face, no matter what may be going on at the time. And Your Majesties, she is not only my hero, but she will continue to be one of my inspirations. And I heartily recommend
Despotista Aishi Al Rumaya and Mistress Simha bint Yusuf, representatives of the Order of the Pelican.
I carry words from Simha bint Yusuf. Greetings all from On Tier. I send these words on behalf of my friend, Leonor. Her talent, artistry, and skill are well proven across the known world and back again. But today I would speak to her generosity. She gives her knowledge and time freely so that others can learn, and bestows her wearable works of art, both near and far, to old and new friends alike. Good gentles, Leonor is one of the most giving and hardworking people I know, because that's just who she is. She is a light to many, guiding, inspiring, and supporting those around her. Your Majesties, Leonor is my peer. And I myself, Aisha Al-Rumayana, I rise to speak on behalf of the Order of the Pelican. Leonor's art and her knowledge is freely given. Her art is service. Her service is in art. For these reasons, the Order of the Pelican is honored to stand in support of Leonor's induction into the Order of the Laurel.
Maestra Genevieve Meyer and Mistress Emma Lizette, representatives of the Order of Defense.
I am Grafin Emilo Lizette, Mistress to the Order of Defense. I am from Montefiore. With Your Majesty's permission and the esteemed Order of the Laurel, I do have words for good gentle. Of the 8 virtues of the Order of Defense, I would speak to your devotion. Devotion, a feeling of love or loyalty, deep commitment and devoted efforts towards a person, cause, or a goal. The persona you see standing before you today is wholeheartedly due to Leonor. At a Gulf War many years ago now, I saw the most amazing chronic dress I had ever seen outside of paintings. So with my best Southern and my AOA, I approached and I said, "Your dress is so pretty." She giggled. Oh my. Instantly, she was kind, passionate, and a wealth of knowledge, which she gave freely. We spoke for a good while, and unfortunately, she now knew more about the persona I wanted to have than I think she bargained for. Sorry.
I'm good.
I thanked her for the advice and the time, and we both went about our day. The next day, after a long time on the field and fighting, got back to my camp, and on my bed laid the dress that I so admired the day before. Yes. I was truly speechless, grateful, and hoped that someday I would live up to the advice she had given me. Leonor's kindness, passion, generosity, skill, and commitment in the arts has only deepened over the years. Her influence has not only grown my interest in the arts, but so many others throughout known kingdoms around the world. Leonor's devotion to the arts is a mark of a peer. Your Majesties, all gathered here today, our society is better because of Leonora. So without hesitation, I say to your Majesties, she is my peer.
I am Genevieve Meyer, and I speak on behalf of the Order of Defense. I would like to speak about Lenore's courage. I have not known Lenore as long as some of you have, but I know that she was in a place when we met that she wasn't necessarily ready to continue her journey. But she did. She pushed through, and that takes courage. Mundanely, I come from an art background, and I know it takes courage to put a piece of yourself out there. It also takes courage to cut into $200 a yard fabric. But I think for me, courage, from what I've seen from you, is you defend everyone who presents yourself, but including yourself. And courage is the lion in your heart being louder than the frog in your throat. So I would like to wholeheartedly endorse my friend, my fairy godmother, and my peer.
That's all.
Mistress Karma Tinsin Condro, representative of the Order of the Mark.
Your Royal Majesties, peers, and gentle populace, I, Mistress Karma Tinsin Condro, speak today on behalf of the Order of the Mark for the elevation of the Honorable Lady Leonor to the Order of the World. We, as an Order of the Mark, hold dear the values of precision, balance, selfless guidance, and service to the realm. We see these same virtues shining brightly in Lenor's mastery of the arts of cooking and sewing, arts that sustain and adorn our community with the same care and exactness that we bring to every shot and cast. She has sewn since she was 2 years old. As one shining example of her skill, she devoted 9 years to the deep study of recreation of women's clothing from the Castile region in Spain. Her work, including the needles she used and the iron she used, were all period. Her work, born of meticulous research and historical craftsmanship, was begged to be displayed with honor at a museum in Spain. Throughout her entire life in the SCA, spanning 14 kingdoms, Leonor has embodied inclusion and diversity. She welcomes every voice, teaches generously, and ensures all feel seen and valued in our society. In the Mark, we aim with purpose, toward self-mastery and toward the protections of others. Leonor has struck true again and again, nourishing bodies, clothing souls, and uniting us all. On behalf of the Order of the Mark, we celebrate her elevation to the laurel. May her wreath forever reflect the balance, precision, guidance, and service that enrich our world.
That's all.
Isabel Peerages, representative of the Royal Peers.
Your Majesty, I'm coming from the frozen north, all the way here to see my family. I've been honored to watch Leonor grow and prosper, and I didn't think she could actually grow anymore. But then she outstandingly performs, and you just watch them all. As I watched you, your garden, I watched her, and I'm just reminded of her talent. And like many people have spoken before, she gives up so freely, so willingly. On the morning of her elevation, she was dressing others. She was making sure we all looked pretty and perfect. that's how she lived. Through the years, I watched her acting like a rose, with kindness and compassion, not just to her family, but also to her chosen family. It is truly my honor and my privilege to call her my dear.
That's all.
Gentle peers, we thank you all for your wise counsel. Bring forth lightning, the great sword of state. Leonor, you have been deemed fit for this high estate by your peers, and have indicated your willingness to accept this honor from our hands. Do you now swear by all that you hold sacred, true, and holy, that you will honor and defend the crown and kingdom of these Outlands? That you will persevere in the pursuit of excellence in these arts and sciences, mindful that true mastery is measured not only by skill, but how it is shared.
That you will teach with patience and fairness, striving to remove barriers, so that all who seek to learn may find welcome and opportunity as you already have.
That you will honor and respect your peers of the chivalry, of the Laurel, of the Pelican, of the Defense, and of the Mark. Valuing each path as equal in dignity.
I will.
That you will conduct yourself in all matters as befits a peer, practicing integrity, equity, and compassion, to the benefit of your own good name and the greater good of the Outlands.
I will.
Then, having sworn these solemn oaths, know now that we, Simon and Aria, by right of arms, Ra and Ren of these Outlands, do proclaim you to be a companion of the ancient and honorable order of the Laurel.
Let the medallion be brought forward. Take from our hands this medallion, which bears the laurel wreath. That is the symbol of your order. Wear it as a reminder that honor carries responsibility, and that excellence is made greater when shared with humility.
Bring forth the wreath. This wreath represents the noble plant. There it is. From which your order takes its name. Long has it been a mark of excellence. Today, let it also stand for balance, fairness, and a shared triumph of community. Wear it as a sign of the esteem of your companions in the ancient and honorable order of the Laurel.
Not only have you long demonstrated excellence in your art across many kingdoms, but you have provided us with many exemplary services throughout our reign and beyond, and not just Boulder. As you may notice, there is something important. This is because as we name you a laurel this day, we also name you a baroness of our. Very, very slowly. Bring forth the mantle.
A peer shall act at all times in accordance with the chivalric virtues of honor and service, conducting themselves with courtesy, responsibility, and care in all interactions.
A peer shall be responsible steward of resources, safeguarding time, funds, property, knowledge, and goodwill, and using them wisely for the benefit of the common weal.
A peer shall fairly deal with others and shall value and respect the worth and dignity of every individual, recognizing that all persons are deserving of equitable treatment and consideration.
A peer shall practice inclusiveness and respect diversity, welcoming differing backgrounds, abilities, identities, and paths within the society, and working to remove barriers to participation.
A peer shall actively promote and uphold a safe and respectful environment, taking responsibility for their own conduct and intervening when necessary to protect the well-being of others.
A peer shall act with transparency, fairness, integrity, and honesty, being accountable for their actions and decisions, and continuing to be worthy of the trust placed in them.
A peer shall maintain a harassment-free environment in all society spaces, neither engaging in nor tolerating harassment, intimidation, or abuse.
A peer shall avoid conduct that reflects adversely upon the society or its members, understanding that their behavior, both public and private within the society and its context, reflects upon the honor and peerage in the SCA as a whole.
At this time, I would swear fealty to Crown
It shall please us to accept your fealty.
This day do I render homage and fealty to my sovereign lord and lady, Simon and Aria, my right of arms, Ross and Ren of the Outlands, who will, from this day forward, be my liege lord and lady. I will remain true in all ways, serving them faithfully, and striving always for fairness, inclusion, and justice within this grove. This do I say and swear, upon my honor and the ideals I hold as a peer of this realm. So say I, Maestra Leonor Cuerva de Segovia y Avila.
We accept your homage and fealty, and pledge to you that from this day forward, until the end of our reign, you are our liege woman, that we will honor your order and defend your rights as a peer, and that we will protect the trust that you have placed in us. Mighty with justice, tempered with mercy. Arise, Maestra, and let the scroll be read.
Be it known to the present age and to all future generations of our subjects that Simon, by right and grace of the sword, crowned King of the Outlands, aided and inspired by the grace of Aria, our queen, do send heartfelt greetings. It being the 17th day of January in the 60th year of the Society, we do celebrate the coronation of our heirs, and also seek to recognize the great skill of our friend Leonor Cuerva de Segovia and Avila in the fine art of needlework and all things textile related. We do hereby bestow upon her the wreath of the most noble order of the laurel, in recognition whereof we have impressed the character of the royal name. Simon Aria Vene. The scroll is the work of Mistress Saraswati.
Go down and greet your peers. Always remembering. Vita, vera, pulcra, est.
For Maestra Lenore, hip hip!
Viva! Viva!